Hi. So we moved into our house 3 years ago, and when we moved in we knew there were some problems with the flooring. So it's built on a slight hill. There was some substandard infill used on the hillside, like the downhill side, and that meant that some of the floor slabs had actually sunken into the ground, and this was in the kitchen, the dining room and the living room. So what we had, so after saving up some money, is we had mainmark come round, and do like a resin injection. So it's like this resin that expands underneath the concrete, and it's actually done a really good job. So I'm going to pop in some pictures sort of next to me so that you can see, and this video shows like the time lapse of them coming around and actually pumping the resin into the floor and seeing the lift. It's actually pretty impressive, and you know, the before and afters are amazing, and it's just made everything perfect, because up until we had this done, we couldn't like build a new kitchen. We had to, you know, we couldn't put new flooring in because it meant that the floor could still sink. But now that we've actually filled the void, raised the floor, we're not going to get any more sort of compacting now of the substandard infill, and we're good to go. This is what we've done. Watch the videos. It's actually pretty impressive. Yeah, so any questions, just pop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. So check this out. So this is the first room. Before we started, you can see the big gap in the floor. That goes all the way around the room. The floor slab is just kind of sunk. Yeah, it wasn't very nice to look at. We had it covered over with other skirting, but this is them actually doing the resin injection. I mean, look at that lift. So they drilled certain holes around the room, spaced apart, and then they would come along, drill underneath the floor slab, and then raise it up with the resin. And you just look at that, it's a very impressive result. And this is post. So that wall couldn't, they could get the floor to a certain height, but that wall was stopping it. But it's pretty flush in this room all the way around. So yeah, very happy. Look at that. Okay, the kitchen, the worst room. Look at the gap there. You can actually sort of put your hand under that. It's sort of hanging from the ceiling and the wall is off the ground. Yep, 2-inch gap, that fully closed up. And again, over this side, more gaps. It was like bowing in the middle. Again, same process, drilling through underneath the floor slab and then pumping up. This was very impressive to watch on the hyperlapse back. Okay, so couldn't close it all because of the wall. As the floor rose up, it sort of got stuck against the wall, so we had to stop. But that was fully closed. Very happy. As well as that, you know, that's not flush, but compared to what it was there before, amazing. And again, the living room. So you can see the gap. Again, it sort of starts at one end and sort of bows in the middle, gets lower. So again, same process, pumping in the resin. It's just amazing at the results. So take a look at this. Yeah, look at that. It's actually self-sealing. So if you do get any leaks or anything, or any of the resin comes out, it does actually sort of self-seal itself. It gets dried, and then when they pump more in it, no more comes out, which is quite good. And again, afterwards, flush on this wall, slight gap in a couple of places on that wall, but overall, an amazing result. So if you're currently going through the same situation or deciding what to do, I hope this answers some questions and gives you some kind of evidence, and like, this is what's going to happen on the day. You know, questions. Was it worth it? Yes, it was worth it. I should have got it done sooner, but you know, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't really expensive. Yeah, so good luck with yours. I hope this was useful. You found it interesting. Yeah, so thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Take it easy.